Hey everyone, my name is Ed. I'm a part-time reseller on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. First of all, I'm recording this on October 31st, so happy Halloween. Be safe out there if you are doing something. And so what this video is going to be, I'm going to show you 24 things that sold for me. 17 are from eBay, 2 from Mercari, and 5 from Poshmark. And these are my some of my good sales from August, and I know I'm doing it late, but a lot of stuff came up and I had no time. So, and with no further ado, I'm going to show you 24 things that sold for me in the month of August. So the first thing that sold for me, which I believe was my best sale so far from August, is a pair of Felix the Cat vintage metal license plate frame. They sold for $150 and the buyer paid shipping, which I believe was around $10 or so, I can't remember. This was my best sell so far, and it was in the beginning of the month. So when I saw it, I knew I got it. The next thing that sold for me was a Reebok 4XLT polo shirt. It sold for $20 and the buyer paid $10 shipping. The next thing that sold was a pair of Brooks Adrenaline GTS 17 shoes. They sold for $40 and the buyer paid $13.65 in shipping. The next thing that sold was a pair of Chevy metal license frame logo frames. They sold for $25 and the buyer paid $10.90 in shipping. The next thing that sold was a Whitestone glass protector for the Galaxy S20. I picked that up for $5 and it sold for $45.50 and the buyer paid $5.50 in shipping, and that actually sold quick. I got that on an offer. They offered me $5 less and I took it. So within a day, and I was happy about it. The next thing that sold was an Ego charger. I'm not sure what it is, but it was a charger. Plugged it in, make sure everything worked, and it did. It sold for $10 and the buyer paid $20 in shipping. I picked this up for like 70 cents, I believe. Alright, the next thing that sold was a Kennington planetary design button-up shirt. It was really nice. It was a size XL and it sold for $17 and the buyer paid $4.70 in shipping. The next thing that sold was a barbed wire set of frames, metal, and it sold for $30 and the buyer paid $8 in shipping. The next thing that sold was an Avery XL polo. I had this for almost a year. Someone sent me an offer for $12.50 plus shipping, and I accepted, and I just wanted to get rid of it. I didn't want it no more. The next thing I sold was a Columbia ski jacket. I sold it for $20 and the buyer paid $17.25 in shipping. I just didn't want it anymore. I actually got this by mistake and I overpaid for it, so I'm glad it just went, and I kept forgetting to list it. The next thing that sold was a Belmont Under Armour size XL t-shirt. It sold for $14.95 and the buyer paid $4.90 in shipping. The next thing that sold was an Under Armour Miller Lite large polo. It sold for $35.95 and the buyer paid $5.75 in shipping. Whenever I see these Under Armour Miller Lites or beer polos, I always pick them up because they always sell for over $30 for me, and I usually get them for like $5 when I find them. The next thing that sold was a pair of Smith Mercedes frames. They sold for $20 and the buyer paid $7 in shipping. The next thing that sold was another pair of Caliber Motors, I believe it was Anaheim frames. They sold for $22 and the buyer paid $5.75 in shipping. Next thing is I'm gonna mispronounce this, Ideon pepperoni shirt. I only got it because it was funny and I liked the way the shirt felt. But I picked it up for $1 and it sold for $20 and the buyer paid $4.70 in shipping. The next thing that I sold, I actually had for a long time and I completely forgot to list it. I got it for $5, but it was a Fly Racing motocross pants. They sold for $30 and the buyer paid $20 in shipping. The next thing that sold was an Adidas Spring Blade shoes. These were not in the greatest condition. If they were, it would have been worth a lot more, but what can you do? But in the end, they sold for $28 and the buyer paid $14.90 in shipping. And then the last thing that sold for me on eBay in the month of August is a Hoka, I say it Hoka 11, size 11.5 pair of shoes. It sold for $59.95 plus $12.50 in shipping, and it sold about 3 days later. That's a great profit because I picked those up for $7. Okay, now we head on to Mercari, and I do apologize if this is just a continuous video because it's been so long and I just want to get this out before November hits, because I am going to make an October one, which we've had our best sale month yet. Alright, so in the month of August on Mercari we only sold 2 things which are worth mentioning. Mercari is just dead right now, and I will go more into detail that in the next video. But on the first thing I saw was a Nike LeBron Kids 7Y pair of shoes. They sold for $70 and the buyer paid $11 in shipping. And then the second thing was a Nike Metacon size 13 shoes. They sold for $48 and the buyer paid $11 in shipping. And now we head on to Poshmark. And I just, in the month of August was when I started hitting Poshmark a lot more. And with the next video that's going to come out with my October sales, I've had a really good month in Poshmark. So I will explain that in the other video. But the first thing that sold for us on Poshmark in the month of August is some Converse glitter shoes. I picked these up for $15 and they sold for $40 on Poshmark. The next thing is a New Balance. It was like an active shirt. I thought it would be worth more, but I picked that up by mistake. I overpaid and I just wanted to get rid of it, and I took an offer on it for $10. The next thing that sold was a Van Skull t-shirt, size XL I believe, and it sold for $13. And this one had a lot of interest, but in the end somebody sent me an offer for $2 under what I was asking for, and I accepted. The next thing is a pair of Batman shoes, which I still have a lot. If you guys are interested in any, please write it down in the comment below and get in touch with me, and I will help you if you are interested in any of those pairs. But they sold this pair sold on Poshmark for $15. And then the last thing that sold on Poshmark was an O'Neill hat. I picked it up for $1 and I sold it for $10, and the buyer of course paid shipping on that. But yeah, that was everything that was worth mentioning that I sold on eBay, Mercari, and Poshmark. I will go into more details about my October sales in my next video whenever I come out, because I'm definitely interested in that one. I'm so excited because it was actually a very, very good month, especially the ending part of the month. I had some really great sales, and I can't wait to share that with you guys. This one was just a quick continuous video because I didn't really want to edit too much. I just wanted to get it out before the month ends, and hopefully I can. And yeah, so if you have any questions, please write them down in the comments below as well. I will try to help as much as I can, but I hope you find this informative. Some of this stuff is selling really good for me, and you know, it's also to help you guys keep an eye out to see what you guys can find. Till next time, stay safe. And again, I record this on the 31st of October, so happy Halloween, and till the next one. Later guys.